Hey, 8th graders, I hope you guys are doing well and enjoying the warmer weather now. Go outside and enjoy that. Take advantage of it if you can. So, if you saw the weekly view for this week, a couple things to note. Number one, our final will be the week of May 18th. That means class will be done, our last class, where I'll be giving you homework, and new material will be the 19th of May. Later that week, the same week, you'll have your final for my class and for your other classes. And then the week after that, we'll be doing some celebratory stuff for 8th grade graduation. So make sure you're ready for that. For this week, let's jump into our new lesson. So this week we're covering a couple things. First thing we're covering is demonstrative adjectives and pronouns. And don't let that long name fool you or make you think it's more complicated than it is. It's just like in English when we say this or these. You can use this as a pronoun. Grab this. You can use these as a pronoun. Pick these up, right? And you can also use it as an adjective in English, and you can do that the same in Latin. You say, I have this ball. We have these apples. So that's basically the same way it's functioning in Latin. Couple things. These have gender. Remember, an adjective has to match the gender of the word it is modifying. And the pronoun will have to match the gender of the word it's replacing. Same with number. If you're using an adjective to refer to something singular, you're going to use your singular adjective. If it's something plural, you're going to use your plural adjective. And case, you will have to match for the adjective. If you were going to talk about this apple is malum in Latin, so it's neuter. You would have to say hoc malum. You have to match it in number and gender, and then you have to match it in case too. So if it's nominative, you would have to say hoc, for instance. So that's the adjectives and pronouns in a nutshell. The way they're declined is going to look pretty similar to other things we've seen before. Notice first of all the genitive, huius, huius, huius. It's the same for all three, identical. And it's the same as those naughty 9 adjectives. The nominative is a little irregular. Hic, we don't recognize that. The nominative feminine, hike, that's strange too. Hoc, that's strange too. We're going to have to learn these. The dative, we have the I here to help us recognize the dative, and it's identical for all three. Huik, huik. The accusative, hunk, honk, hoke, that is going to look a little irregular as well. We have UNC instead of UM, ANC and C instead of AM, and OC here. The one place we have help with is for the neuter, nominative, and accusative are still the same. Then the ablative, we have the O still, but there's the C at the end. O still, there's a C at the end. And A still, but the C at the end. So this is pretty similar to what you know, but with the C at the end. Fortunately, when we look at the plural is going to be exactly the same as what we learned before. E, orum, is, os, is for the masculine. I, orum, is, as, is for the feminine. And then the neuter is a little bit different. Hike, orum, is, hike, his. So the nominative and accusative neuter are slightly different, but otherwise the plural is the same. Let's take a look at our vocabulary. So our vocabulary for this lesson is abstract nouns. And in Latin, abstract nouns mostly are feminine. And a lot of times they have this AS ending that becomes TIS. What declension is that with the TIS? That is third declension. Remember, we look at the genitive ending. IS tells you it's third declension. And these all function the same way. Estas, estatis. Notice the S drops out and you have the TIS. Auctoritas, auctoritatis, authority. Caritas, caritatis, that's where we get the word charity. Celeritas, celeritatis, that's where we get my favorite word, celerity. Civitas, civitatis. There's not a directly connected word to it, but it's close to the word civic. Libertas, libertatis, right? That's where we get liberty, pietas, pietatis, piety. Tempestas, tempestatis, veritas, veritatis, voluntas, voluntatis. Not always, but a lot of times in English, we have words that are almost the same, but instead of the AS, they just have a Y. So that can be a good way of remembering the definition of these words. Okay, 8th graders, stay safe, and let's keep going through the rest of this year, and let's just keep doing the best we can. All right, God bless you guys.